The topic of center-state relations always remains in news, and mostly nowadays we see the southern states, be it Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. So these states as of now does not seems to be in good relationship with the center over many issues, like for example over the issues of finances, the tax devolution, or the imposition of the language Hindi. And now recently a new incident has happened that the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin, has formed a committee to look into the aspect of state autonomy, whether the center is interfering in the work of the state or not, and how much autonomy the state must have, and what are the reasons and what are the roles that state needs to take so that it can function independently, as India is a federal state. Federal means the center and the state both are at equal parts with each other, and it is only into special circumstances that the center becomes more powerful than the states and takes over the machinery of the states. But on usual basis, it is the center has its own rules and powers, while the state on the other hand has its own rules and powers. Hello and welcome to the in-depth series section of Drishti IAS. I'm Aisha, and in today's episode we will be talking about the topic of state autonomy and what the different committees till now, like for example the Rajamanar Committee, Sarkaria Commission or the Panchi Commission, they have talked about with regard to the center-state relations. So topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 2, that is Polity Center-State Relation. So the news talks about Stalin sets a panel on states autonomy looking back at Rajamanar Committee with same mandate almost 50 years ago. So it is not that this type of committee for state autonomy has been formed for the first time 50 years ago. The Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu at that point of time has also formed, or at that point of time the committee on the state's autonomy was also formed. So this is about the news, and before moving forward, Drishti IAS Mukherjee Nagar classes has now shifted to Noida, and the admissions are open for the IAS GS Foundation course covering both prelims and mains. The English medium batch is starting from 7th of May, while the Hindi medium batches are starting from 29th of April. In case of any query, give us a call at 87501. Apart from this, there is good news for the students who are using the Drishti Learning app of the IAS GS Online Foundation course, and the integration of artificial intelligence within the Drishti Learning app to make your study more smarter with a new approach. So there are 3 flagship features under it, and that is AI Summary, AI Quiz and Ask Me Anything. Under the AI Quiz, you can ask any kind of MCQ with regard to the topic that you are studying. Under the AI Summary, you can get the summary of the lecture which you are seeing, and under Ask Me Anything, if you have questions related to anything, then you can ask that question. So the news talks about that the Tamil Nadu CM Stalin has set up a new high-level committee, and the high-level committee will study the relationship between the center and the state governments. And the goal of the committee is to find ways to protect the constitutional rights and powers of the Indian states, and if the center is overlapping the powers of the Indian states and the rights of the Indian states, then what can be done with regard to it. So nearly 50 years ago, during the time of 1969, then Chief Minister C.N. Annadurai also formed a similar committee, and which was at that point of time led by Dr. P.V. Rajamanar, popularly known as the Rajamanar Committee, which looked at how to give more power and freedom to the state government while keeping the country united. So the basic point is about the center-state relations, whether the center is shadowing the states or not. Then let us first talk about the Rajamanar Committee, which was set up during the time of then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu C.N. Annadurai, and the Rajamanar Committee looked into the central government was becoming too powerful and was interfering too much in matters that should be handled by the state government. This is what the Rajamanar Committee talked about, that the central government was becoming powerful and it looked into the matters of the state government. But as per the constitution, it supports the federal system. It means the center has its own role and power, and the state on the other hand has its own role and powers. And many a times Rajamanar committee has said that many a times we see that if the center is ruled by the same political party and the state is also ruled by the same political party, in those cases we see that the center is becoming more powerful as compared to the state. Then in practice, center was taking away the independence of the states. So there were few of the recommendations which was given by the Rajamanar committee, and that was the Rajamanar committee gave the example of Article 256, 257 and Article 365, that center control the states too much, and a specific focus was on Article 365. It talks about that under center's control and warned it was very dangerous, and committee said Article 356 should be completely removed, and Article 356 should be completely removed, and if it is used, it should be the rarest of rare occasion, because if the state machinery has failed to work, then only the president's rule can be imposed on the state and the center can take over the machinery of the state. But this aspect must come in only in a very rare condition. Few of the recommendations of the Rajamanar committee was that setting up a strong center state council to help the center and state solve problems through discussion and not force. Now interstate council talks about having a good relationship, the good working relationship between the center and the state, and both can consult with each other. The discussions can go on within the center and the state, and the consensus can reach to a point so that the decision can be given by saying yes to both the parties. So these were about few of the points of Rajamanar committee. Now coming on to the Sarkaria Commission, one of the most talked about committees with regard to the center-state relations, and this was during the time of 1980s. So established in 1983 by the government of India and was led by Justice Sarkaria, and the aim was to examine and review working of the Indian federal system and suggest improvements in the central state relations. Now what can be done so that the center state relations can be improved? So it first of all talked about Article 356. It should be invoked very sparingly and only in extreme cases as a measure of the last resort. So this was also on the same lines that the president's rule must not be used on regular basis. It must be used as the last resort, that now nothing can be done and the center needs to take full control of the state working machinery. Establishment of a permanent interstate council under Article 263 to be called Intergovernmental Council, so that the working of the state and the center can be done with cooperation with each other, and the discussion and consultation can be done. Then importance of consultation with the state chief minister during the appointment of the governor, as the appointment of the governor and the working of the governor is one of the most contentious point between the relationship of center with the state. So it said that it is important to consult the chief minister of the state during the appointment of the governor, and proposed. So the proposal was that the governor's tenure should generally be of 5 years, only to be disturbed in exceptional circumstances, and it should not be that the governor is moving out when the ruling party is moving out. So that should not be done, and the governor should be from the outside scenario also. It is not mandatory that the governor should be from the same political party. Now then again one more point was there, that against getting rid of the All India services or letting individual states leave the system. Now all India services also must be dealt properly by the center and the states, because the people who get selected under the All India services, they are hired by the center, but they work for both center and the states. So the All India services, the center and the state must work cordially. It said that doing so would be a step backward and could hurt the country's overall unity and progress, and it will also show that the center and the state are not at good relationship with each other. Then the commission also emphasized on few other points, and that is surcharge on income tax should not be levied by the union government. So the surcharge on the income tax, it should not be levied by the union government unless it is for a specific purpose and for a limited period, ensuring that such measures are not used excessively or indefinitely, because that should not be done on a permanent basis and for a very long period of time. And if surcharge is being placed, then it should be for a very specific period and then for a very specific cause. So these are few of the recommendations of the Sarkaria Commission. And then came the Punchi Commission, and this was during the time of 2000. And the Punchi Commission also talked about or recommended few things that how the center-state relations can work better. So first of all, about the few of the recommendations, that is international, it is National Integration Council. So National Integration Council, that is creation of a superseding structure for matters relating to internal security, because internal security is of utmost importance. And looking at India's scenario, that India has a very volatile structure as of now. The bordering countries like Pakistan and China, Nepal, Myanmar, Bangladesh, so they are all volatile. And if we will look at few of the states like northeastern states and also few other states, as of now the violence is going on in the state of West Bengal. So the internal security matters also become very, very important, and this is a national security issue also. So for this purpose, the National Integration Council must be formed, and this should be on the lines of Homeland Security Department in the United States. Then comes second, and that is amendment to Article 355 and Article 356, so that the center do not misuse its power with regard to the president's rule, and center should not overshadow the states and should not apply its powers forcefully on the states. Then subjects in the concurrent list. Now there are three types of list, that is union list, state list and concurrent list. And union list is the decision is taken by the center, state list the decision is taken by the states, while on the other hand the concurrent list, both center and state takes the decision in connection with each other. So states should be consulted through the interstate council before bills are introduced on matters that fall in the concurrent list. It should not be that the center is overpowering the state on the matters of the concurrent list, while it both should be consulting each other. Then appointment and removal of governors. So the governors should stay away from active politics for at least 2 years prior to his or her appointment. And the say of the state's chief minister while making the governor's appointment. So even the Sarkaria Commission and both the Punchi Commission, it talked about that the role of the state chief minister must be more while appointing the governor, and the role of governor in the active politics must be less, so that the role or the duties performed by the governor must be impartial. Then next, that is the union's power of making treaties. So this should be regulated with respect to treaties formulated in concern with the matters present in the state list. So union's power of making treaties, so this should be regulated, and on the topics which are under the state list, the state must also be consulted. It should not be that the center is taking the decision on its own. Then comes the next topic, and that is the appointment of chief ministers. So that is clear guidelines should be made with regard to the appointment of the chief minister, so that the governor's discretionary powers are limited in this aspect. Now both the governor and the chief minister must be dealt with proper guidelines. And if we will see, then the governor's role specifically has been a very, very major point with regards to maintaining the relationship between the center and the states. And as of now, the role of governor has been on the negative side, and the relationship between the center and the state, we have always seen that is going on a red line with regard to the role of the governor, because the governor looks like or seems like is working under the influence of the center, and the role of LG in the national capital Delhi has always been under the scanner Now, in the end, a prelims MCQ, and like always, you people need to tell me the answer in the comments below, and it is a UPSC PYQ of the year 2019. So the question reads, which one of the following suggested that the governor should be an eminent person from outside the state and should be a detached figure without intense political links or should not have taken part in politics in the recent past? So that is first, Administrative Reform Commission, Rajamanar Committee, Sarkaria Commission, or the National Commission to review the working of the Constitution. We have discussed this in the video, and it is a PYQ. I expect you to give me the right answer. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep subscribing to the channel. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.